Now, Liberia and Afghanistan are set to be admitted into the World Trade Organization when members meet in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, next week. Guests, mostly government ministers from across the world, will be discussing better ways of consolidating global trade at the 10th summit that kicks off on Tuesday. Now, key issues for African countries include agriculture subsidies that farmers receive in developed countries, and these have created trade farm barriers for agricultural products from developing countries, most of which are in Africa. The continent is 70% dependent on agriculture, and of course developing countries will be seeking progress to ensure that food aid does not disrupt domestic production of food in recipient countries.
Well, there are narrow things and broad things. We're trying to see if we can harvest some very specific deliverables in the area of agriculture, export subsidies, perhaps something on food security. There's a proposal on the so-called special safeguard mechanism. So there are a number of very specific things on development. In addition, there's a very broad issue that members are discussing, which is how do we conduct trade negotiations in the future? Do we continue in the same vein as we have under the umbrella of the Doha round, or do we look for new and different ways? And that's it's a very contentious issue among our members.
Well, we're expecting an outcome, a good outcome for everybody. We're expecting an outcome on agriculture, on export competition, for the majority of the members of the WTO. We're expecting a package for LDCs, for the vulnerable countries. We're expecting something on cotton. We hope we can get the trade facilitation agreement done. We hope that we'll have the ITA, although I understand there are a few issues around it now. But we are hoping that we'll actually have it done here. We're looking forward to the accessions of Liberia and Afghanistan in Nairobi.